What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nate. I own a custom integration company, meaning I help people implement technology into their homes and businesses. We install all sorts of different products in the smart home world, primarily in residential, where we focus on Lutron lighting, Lutron shades, Ubiquiti networks, control systems, and full audio distribution systems. In today's video, we're going to talk about installing Lutron Triathlon roller shades throughout one of our residential clients' home. We're going to run through how we install them, and then as well as some of the products that we use and how we control them. In this video, we utilize a Pico remote in each individual room to go through and give control of the specific shades in groups or individually in the app. We utilize the Pico remote with our own 3D printed wall mount adapter kit so that we can mount a Pico remote in a Claro faceplate so that it matches everything else in the house. Other setups and in other videos that you've seen us do, a lot of times we'll use a Sonata keypad if it's a RAW 3 or a Homeworks project where we have the up and down or the raise lower buttons in those keypads to control shades. But this is a great use case when you just have shades and you don't have Lutron lighting of how you can still control them with a remote. As always, if you are looking for any assistance with your smart home, feel free to reach out to us. We do also have guides for a checklist if you're building a home on what not to miss out on during that construction phase of your house. If you're looking to incorporate a rock solid network or you want to dive into that smart home component. And as always, any products that you see in our videos are always linked down below. If you're purchasing Ubiquiti equipment, we also have an affiliate link below. It helps our channel out a ton. All right, let's dive into how we install Lutron Triathlon roller shades. So the shade comes with a bracket that clips onto the valance. We go ahead and use self-tappers that do come with the shades. They're 2.5-inch hex head self-tappers. Here you just see me running a pilot hole first because it makes it significantly easier when we go to put it up. These shades are the fabric wrapped valance. These were what our client chose, and personally, they are my preference as well. These are outside mount shades versus inside mount. This is what the client had requested. So the difference between an inside mount would be obviously they are mounted inside of the window jamb. You do have some requirements if you're going to do that in your home based on how much of a depth you have so that the roller does not stick out past your trim. But this client has decided across the house that we're going to do outside mount. So we're mounting these directly to the top of the trim, running those self-tappers into the stud directly behind that trim piece. These Lutron Triathlon shades are the retrofit model, so they run on 8D batteries. The spec for these is 3 years if your shade goes up and down once per day before the batteries have to be changed. The whole fabric wrap valance does open up while it's installed so that you can change the batteries. They're very easy to do. The alternative to doing a battery shade is going to be if during construction we can run a power cable directly into the window jamb and hardwire them in. That runs back to a power interface in the basement, and the programming is the same on that side, but typically we would run that in a RAW 3 system. So now that our shade is up and installed and clicked in, here I'm going to show you how we pair them to the Lutron app. So I have on screen here a screenshot of the app as I'm doing it. So I'm going to select roller shade. I'm going to hold the pair button for 10 seconds until it blinks. It's going to recognize that. And then I'm going to go ahead and name the shade. The next piece that you're going to do once your shade is in your home and in your Lutron system is you're going to set your raise and lower limits. So I'm going to bring the shade all the way up to the height that I want it to be at the max. So when I press the up button on it, it can't go further than that. And then I'm also going to do the lower. Here you see me pulling the shade all the way out so that we can straighten it and make sure that it's perfectly straight. If you notice, all of the windows in this house, they have a wainscoting with a piece of trim that sticks out further than the actual trim at the top. So our measurements were to make sure that it fell inside of that, which is why I pulled it all the way down to make sure that it was perfectly straight. This room ended up getting 3 windows covered in it. Here I'm going to take a Pico remote. We special order shade Picos, so instead of the light button on it or the music icon, it has a shade button. And I'm going to utilize our 3D printed wall mount adapter kit that you saw me talk about in the beginning. Those are available on our site if that's something you're interested in. I'm going to go mark where we want these on the wall, install mollies, and then just screw it directly in. Our brackets do work if you have a junction box in wall. So let's say you had a 2 or a 3 gang box there and you wanted to put them in that to match the complete aesthetic, you can do that as well. This room currently has a toggle switch for a light, but we will be swapping this out to a Lutron Sonata dimmer in the future. So that's why they don't currently match, but they will be both Claro faceplates at the end. On the Pico remote, if you're not familiar with them, they have an all up, all down, and then they have a individual setting that you can do it. You can raise and lower as much as you would like in one shot. They're very easy to install. The hardest part of a Lutron Triathlon shade is the measurement portion. So any Lutron shade that you're going to do, you need to make sure that your measurements are exact because these window treatments are custom cut and they do take about 6 weeks to come in if you're ordering them through a dealer like ourselves. Here you see the master bath and master bedroom where we did a different fabric than you saw in the other ones. This is another example of some of that wainscoting trim pieces being incredibly tight, and we pride ourselves on making sure our measurements are always perfect, and we get the maximum coverage that we can. They offer these shades in a blackout versus a 2 or 3% light, and these are an awesome addition to any house. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check us out for more smart home.